While the world is falling down around us, there are a few things that you can do to start saving your wallet and the planet. The average American produces almost 5 pounds or 2.3 kilograms of trash per day. The 5 steps in this video are going to teach you how to begin living more frugally and sustainably. The first one being the most important, to use what you already have. This includes food or even clothing. I've seen people do challenges where they try to go as long as they can without going to the grocery store and only using food they have in their cupboards or their fridge or freezer. Because like I had said, we produce a lot of trash in just one day. A lot of that trash is food. In the US, we waste a lot of food. When it comes to clothing, this is something that people tend to spend a lot of their miscellaneous fun money on. Going out shopping. When you have an event to go to, maybe just try and wear something that you already have. Someone recently told me that they went to a wedding and they rented a dress from a website. She said she just paid about $50. She got to rent the dress and then she just returned it. I think that's a good idea. A lot of times people will buy something new and then they end up just keeping it in their closet and never wearing it again. I personally would just wear something I already have. If you are looking to begin being more sustainable but not completely cutting out buying something new, maybe try renting a dress, or my default is always going to a secondhand place. Number 2 is to reuse single-use items. In our house, we don't really use single-use items when it comes to things like utensils or Ziploc bags. Those things can be reused. Of course, they're not going to last forever. If you're going to a picnic and you're bringing some plastic forks and spoons, bring them home, wash them, reuse them the next time. This can also give you an opportunity to get creative. I got a glass bottle of kombucha from a local cafe, and I was like, I love this bottle. I need to reuse this for something. So actually, let me go show you what it is. So this is the glass bottle. I was like, this is perfect for, propagating my plants. I'm trying to propagate this pothos plant currently. Once this starts growing roots, I can sell this. I have a huge pothos plant that is starting to grow a lot of leaves, so I'm gonna continue using this and maybe I'll just sell them and start making a little extra money that way. This is glass, so definitely something to, repurpose. Number 3 is a hard one for me that I started doing because I love meat. I am by no means a vegan, but meat is expensive. Ground beef at the store that I go to, it's almost $10 just for a pound of it. When it comes to meat, you could try to just cut it out of maybe 1 meal a day. I do a little bit of intermittent fasting, so I'll just cut out eating meat at the last end of the day. Number 4 is to do a trash audit. If you've watched this channel before, we've talked about doing budget audits, like tracking how much you're spending, where your money's going. Trash audit is kind of similar. You're just tracking how much of what you're throwing away. Our household, most of the trash that we throw away is just like food scraps, like banana peels, eggshells, stuff like that. Our apartment complex just started doing a compost bin. I need to get the code from them because they lock it for some reason. I think composting is a good idea. Back to the trash audit. So you just want to track what you're throwing away. If you're throwing away expired makeup all the time, stop purchasing so much makeup. Wait until something is almost completely empty to buy a new one. I used to waste a lot of shampoo and conditioner. I always wanted to try like a new scent, try to figure out what worked for my hair. I went through a lot of shampoos and conditioners over the years. Work through something till it's almost completely empty before you purchase something new. If you notice that you're constantly purchasing something and throwing it away and purchasing it again and throwing it away, maybe just cut purchasing that thing completely. Number 5 is to invest in swaps that make sense to you. I don't drink coffee, so I'm not gonna go buy a coffee maker or a French press, is that what it's called, to make coffee in the morning. That one wouldn't make sense to me. Something like a safety razor that I can use over and over again and not throw out plastic constantly makes sense to me. With a safety razor, that thing will last me years and then I don't have to keep replacing the head. So of course you want to invest in swaps that make sense to you. And going back to number 1 to circle around here, make sure you're doing this after you're already using up things that you have. So with the French press, making your coffee at home, make sure you're using all the little K-cups that you have first before you start to use something new, and then just throw out perfectly good K-cups. Those 5 things were kind of all over the place, but if you're really trying to start live more frugally and sustainably, these are definitely a place to start. I'm by no means like the most frugal or the most sustainable person ever, but over the past 5 years, I've definitely gone from not really frugal or sustainable at all to about, I'd say 75%, maybe even more than that. It really does save you money and hopefully saves the planet a little bit. If you like videos like this or even more videos about just being frugal or living minimally, go ahead and subscribe and stay tuned for our next video.